Hello folks, Rob Fenwick here, and I'm back with you at the Boat Warehouse, fresh off the Kingston Boat Show. I'm here in their showroom on Bath Road, and I'm here with Jake Mayhew. Hey Jake, how you doing, fella?
Good, Rob, how are you doing?
Good, man. Hey, you're gonna show me what today?
We're going to show you the Four Winns H180, so 18-foot Bowrider, probably one of our popular models. Actually, this color scheme here, this navy, it's been a pretty popular color. Four Winns been using it for a long time. Get it in different color variations as well. But
What colors can you get in this boat?
so you can do black, gray, red. You can also do different stripe colors as well, and you could do solid hull gel on the bottom. So if you want the navy all the way down and just do a silver stripe, you can do that.
You can actually get this boat in one monochrome color.
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
I did not know that. So that's what I'm here for. Now, I noticed that this particular boat is sitting on a custom trailer, which I think is kind of, that's what all Four Winns are, but I like to mention it because it's not just a normal bunk trailer that has like universal brackets and they fit anything. This looks like it's actually welded just to this boat.
That's right. So each trailer is actually built in-house. So big wheel well, very durable too. I mean, I can stand right on it.
Oh yeah. Looks like you can stand right in the fenders. It's got big boots on it too, big tires.
Any part of it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to hurt anything.
It's great for getting stuff in and out when you're trying to do your thing, and trying to strap it down or put the Bimini on or put the marine cover on when you're going to travel with it, or travel cover. Now, this trailer is all painted all the way along, and one of the things I like to point out, and I've always liked, is this raised lettering on the trailer. I know it's not a big deal. I mean, it is after all kind of like a sticker, but rather than just cheaping out with some vinyl on there, I mean, that looks great, and that just goes to the fit and finish of what Four Winns is known for. And I always notice those sort of things. And it looks like a lot of stainless on this boat.
Yeah, that's right. So all piece of hardware is stainless. So stainless cleats, stainless snaps, every screw, every staple in the upholstery, all the Bimini hardware, everything is stainless.
It's beautiful. And what I like about it too is, I mean, with being stainless, you don't have to worry about rust. It isn't rubber that's going to mark things up. It's just nice. It's really nice. Well, one thing's for sure, this boat looks great from the ground. And it's only, if you're doing it right, it's only on the trailer for a while. The real fun part is inside. So let's go on upstairs and you can show me inside this rig.
Come on up.
Oh, better get this mat in there. Yeah, the Boat Warehouse. Hey, I really appreciate you building these stairs for me today, just so I can get up here.
Just for you, Rob.
Just for me today.
For you.
Excellent. Oh, hold on, Jake.
No shoes on the boat.
The sign says no shoes on the boat. We better take our shoes off.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Alrighty, I'll take mine off. Oh, look at your socks.
I like that matching.
Matching socks today.
Just for that.
I got matching socks too. Attaboy.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, take me on this beautiful Four Winns.
So, rear of the boat, you've got two rear seats. They also help for a walkthrough too. So, to keep an 18-foot without losing too much width, they're not putting a flip-up walkthrough, but now you've got a rear seat. Easy access point onto the boat.
Oh, I like that. That is brilliant. That makes total sense. And it covered. This is. Oh, I like this.
So covered swim ladder back there.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's a nice feature too, and it's again stainless hardware on that.
Yeah, everything is stainless. So again, here, all your cup holders that are going to be outside in the weather, stainless, so they're not going to rust on you. All the vinyl they use and all the stitching, it's all called Aquaflex. The design behind it is to be very durable. So you can actually pull right on this, right on the stitching itself.
Wow.
And you're not going to hurt it. So when you're walking across the back of the boat, if you've got a dog in the boat, kids playing on the boat, you're not going to hurt anything.
Aquaflex.
Yeah, so that's the design behind this. And I mean, I'm 200 pounds, so I can pull right on this and actually put all of my weight on this. And you won't hurt it. And will always stretch back to its original state. So that's the design behind it.
Isn't that cool? I had no idea. That is really nice. And the stitch, I mean, that's incredible. The material's great. And I look at the stitching, and if you follow this, folks, with the camera, you can see that it's just perfect. It's done so well. Yeah, I'm kneeling on the seat here, and when I get up, there's not even an impression on it. That's brilliant. Really well done. I noticed a lot of storage in the back. Your little tabs, looks like there's lots of spots to put stuff.
So all the seats at the back here will actually lift up.
Excellent.
It's sort of starting here. I brought the flashlight along. But to actually get in there, one thing that Four Winns does really well is they put a water intrusion system here. So if you sit on your seats with a wet bathing suit, that's all going to drain out. So you're not going to have mold under your seats when you go to lift them up and store something. So it's actually got a little funnel running through here.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. And that just makes total sense. You know, you could just leave it flat, let the water run everywhere, and say whatever. But you know, that's not the way. That wouldn't be a Four Winns then. Yeah. I noticed that inside here, like you have your light, it's all finished. All the fiberglass is finished and smooth. There's carpet on the inside and around the sides. Just, you know, really well done. They don't have to do that, and people may not even notice it, but I'm noticing it.
Yeah, exactly. And that way you stick your hand in there too. If you want to grab something out of there, you're not going to cut yourself on raw fiberglass. So
of course,
there's lots of features for it, right?
Yeah, that's true. That makes total sense. And
you got your cooler.
Oh yeah,
right in the middle of the back bench here.
Yeah,
so you can pour ice right in.
Oh, there's a plug there. Come out here, plug. There you go. That drains right out the bottom of the hole. Or where does that go? It goes out to...
That's going to actually get kicked to the bilge. And
it goes to the bilge pump. Yep. Of course, yeah. I suppose you're not going to hold me too many holes in the hole. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a tuber in a lot of ways, so I think about it going through the floor. And you've got 1, 2, 3 storage units in here. You got the cooler that can be used for everything. Again, all finished, both sides, carpeted. Just really well done. Now, since we're back here, Jake, what is this running for power?
So this one here specifically, and we'll just lift this up and have a look here.
Okay.
This specifically has a 3-liter, 4-cylinder, 135 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
But so this is the last year's model. This is 2016. They're no longer making this engine.
Okay.
So now starting out, you're going to start at a V6, and you can actually be anywhere from 180 horsepower up to 250 horsepower.
Wow.
In a V6 and a 4.3.
And you can get this in a Mercruiser or a Volvo, correct?
Merc or Volvo. Yep, we do them both.
Isn't that great?
So if you got a personal preference,
it's up to you.
Exactly.
That's great. And this is your last 3-liter, just this particular model, folks. And you can see in here, sorry it's a little bit dark, we are in the showroom. Down in here, what I was admiring was along the sides, again, carpeted, netted for storage. There's your battery well over on this side. Maybe you can see a little bit better. And that's deep in there. There's a lot of room in there. And again, finished, and even folks way up in there, way up in the sides. You know, that's just attention to things that matter. You don't have to do that. A lot of manufacturers maybe wouldn't, but this isn't any manufacturer. This is Four Winns. So that's just brilliant. Now this is a nice powertrain. Have you yourself ever been on one of these boats on the water? Yeah, and they must perform just great.
They do, especially if you're going V6, if you're going to do a lot of water skiing, things like that, that's when you want to move up into sort of that bigger engine for water sports.
Right.
But performance-wise, you're 50, 51 mile an hour with a V6 in it.
That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. Great. Alrighty, Jake, you can show me this fabulous helm.
Yeah. So starting off with the helm, start on the driver's side. Any toggle switches here, these are all stainless as well. So another thing, everything on this boat is stainless. Bezels as well on the dash for the gauges.
Wow. Even the backing plate's stainless.
Yep.
And you can see here, folks, from above, that's not that cheap plastic or fake wood plastic. That is genuine stainless. It's got a nice brushed finish on it. It's going to look good for a long, long time, many, many years. The steering wheel's aluminum and stainless, it looks like. And again, the cup holders. I mean, it's just well thought out and built to last, which is what I like. Nice, comfortable seat. I love the flip-up bolsters on these. They're hidden in there nicely. They're functional.
The pop-up so you're not sitting on the back of your seat anymore.
Yeah, when you go to pull up to moor at the dock or something, you can ride up on there and look over the windshield and the edge here, and you can reach out easily with one hand and grab the cleat. You had mentioned something about the fact that there's more than one bolster on this boat, which is unusual.
That's right. So passenger side also has a bolster as well.
Huh.
And both these seats will slide and swivel all the way around. So if a passenger wants to watch a skier, they can spin right around.
No kidding. So this is a swivel seat as well for spotting.
That's right.
Isn't that a great idea? Yep. And we all know that, some of them, usually the driver's seat will do both those things. Yep. But basically the passenger seat has all the functionality of the driver's seat.
That's right.
Isn't that a great idea? I mean, a lot of this stuff makes sense, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you get it in a competitive model. Four Winns has thought about it and said, hey, this is logical. Yep. Now, when I'm sitting in the passenger seat here, and I've got lots of leg room, you can see there's tons of room. The snap-in carpet is nice. It's there. It's cut to mold.
It just peels right up.
Yeah, you can just peel her off and wash the deck. And
non-skid, just like the swim platform was.
Oh, even underneath the carpet.
Yep.
What a great idea. Nice big glove box. I see it's got a little storage well here.
So we'll pop that open.
Yeah.
That's actually where your stereo is. So Bluetooth Sony stereo, has iPod connection, MP3.
Isn't that sick? This is a 12-volt accessory plug I see, which would be great for charging electronics.
And it's actually very deep storage as well.
I know.
It's a big glove box.
It goes way down there, folks. You can see my hand, and I am way down in there. Great place, and it's got some non-skid in there, it looks like. Yep, so it's nothing sliding around. Close her up. There's a little pocket in the front here. You know, in boats, say under 20 feet, space, every inch of space is so valuable to a person, especially if you're day tripping, and especially if you have children.
Exactly.
If you got kids, it's a big importance.
You need to have life jackets, anchor, everything you need.
All the stuff. All the stuff.
Just mentioning something sort of
Absolutely,
before we move on would be all Four Winns boats are fully fiberglass. So in terms of the structure, there's no wood in the structure of these boats.
Oh, yes.
So the liners and the stringers, the pieces that compose the hull that give it strength and rigidity, and that's where everything is fiberglass. So this can't rot on you.
Well, and you'd mentioned actually prior to me when we were talking before that the engine's actually bolted to one of those big pieces of fiberglass.
Exactly.
So, you know, reduces vibration, and it's instead of a bunch of little pieces all kind of put together, it's one big piece that it's bolted to, and it gets that structural rigidity that you don't see in a lot of competitive boats, and you don't see in the older boats.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, with all that, I mean, to folks out there that have had older boats with lots of wood in them, they understand that value of that non-decayable material in the structure. And without any of that to worry about, this boat's going to be around for many, many decades.
Yep. Coming up to the bow, just wanted to mention we do have a gigantic ski locker here. So deep, and this actually runs all the way to the bow. So if we lift this guy up, just get in there, and we've actually got the stern light and some of the cover poles in there.
You can get in there.
And that runs all the way up to the bow.
Wow. This goes all the way up to the front of the boat?
Yep.
So what a great place for fishing rods, or like I noticed you've got these poles in here that are for the mooring cover, and they're 36 inches, 40 inches long, and they're barely penetrating just the lip here, and it goes twice as far as that.
Exactly.
Isn't that slick? And I noticed that the top is slotted.
Yeah, so when we let this down, slotted so all the water can escape and get out there, and that will also get kicked into the bilge.
Goes into the bilge area.
Yep.
That's cool. And I noticed these drains back here that they must do the same.
Yeah, so that's right up against the back bench there, and if you want to easy clean, take a pressure washer to the boat, everything's going to drain out very easily.
Isn't that great? Well, you know, it's nice. You can keep it clean, keep it nice, and keep it dry.
Exactly.
Right on. So what do we got up here?
So, big bow area too, and so I think the first thing that I'd want to show you is I'm 5'11", and not a lot of boats you can do this, where I can stretch my feet all the way out.
And your toes aren't even really touching.
I'm not touching. I'm still on my side of the seat. If you look at the black line as a divider,
yeah.
I'm not taking up the other person's room.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a seat here. Here, let's both get in here. This is great. Yeah, all we need now is somebody to drive us around.
Yeah, big coaming pads on the side, so if you are bumping around in the waves, you can hold your handle.
Oh yeah, that's right too.
Feel safe. You're not banging your elbow against fiberglass.
Yeah, this is nice. Actually, it's funny because like I'm the same height as you. We have our matching socks, and I feel quite comfortable in here.
Yeah.
I'm totally impressed, and like you say, I am not cramped in any way. This is wonderful. I'll stand up first. This night, and again, storage everywhere underneath all these cushions.
Exactly. And fall in the same suit. Everything's finished or carpeted like that, so if you did put an anchor in there, you're not worried about smacking around inside your boat.
Making a bunch of noise and rattling and so on.
Exactly.
Very nice. This is great. Stainless everywhere. Gosh bless it. This is really nice. Is the front cushion...
This is not removable on
No?
the 18. When you step up to the 19, that's when you get a removable cushion for dedicated anchor storage.
I wondered about that. Now, what's nice about that, and I know with this case, is that with having that stationary right there, you've got this part is solid fiberglass underneath, so it's super rigid on the nose.
Exactly.
I was reading about that, and I thought that makes sense. There might be a tiny little bit of storage in there, but you lose the ability to make this whole nose piece one solid chunk of fiberglass.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. They're thinking about the durability of the boat as well as the functionality of
Yep.
it. Very nice.
Yep.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you.
Now, I mean, there's so much to talk about here, and of course, we're not going to spend an hour on it, although we could. But I mean, the look of this boat It's beautiful. I love the accent pieces here, little stripes. The stitching is just top quality. And like you said, you can step through on both sides, but it also serves as a seat. So you've got the ability for someone to sit on the back and lounge. You got the cup holder right beside them if they're sitting there having a cold beverage and just watching the waves.
It is.
And I noticed here too, we were talking about the stainless hardware. All stainless joints, here, there, everywhere. Built to last.
Exactly.
Of course, we got to talk about this beautiful windshield.
Yeah, so this is actually a fully molded one-piece windshield. So, I mean, the durability and the strength on this thing, if someone's helping you into the dock, that's a big advantage, because the first place they're going to grab is right on the corner of your windshield.
Of course.
And if you look at this, the way it's molded right into the hull, very strong.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? It's just a big sweep. I hope folks can see this on the camera, but it's just it's a nice look to it. It's got style, but unlike some of those little tiny little windshields on the sport boats, it looks good, but it works good too.
Yeah.
And all the hardware in it's top quality. Like, you can feel the weight of it when I pick it up. It's not flimsy, and it just everything works well. The other thing I noticed too is, of course, you know, a lot of time we're looking down on the boats and looking at everything below us. We never thought about the Bimini. Now, I know we don't have the boot on it because we're going to open it up here, but let's check that out.
Let's open it up.
All right, I'll give you a little hand here. There we go. Sorry, folks, we'll get to it. And away we go.
Right forward.
There we go. And
These would actually flip down in here.
they just snap down in the front.
Yep. Just like that.
You can do the other one there.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, it's a little dark in here, folks. I apologize, but as you can see, this is a good sized Bimini. It's not. I mean, it does the job nicely. It covers right over the rear portion of the boat. We got the mooring cover here. We pulled out of the storage bay down below, and well, like we said, Jake and I are both almost 6 feet,
Yep.
and easily, like, there's 4 or 5 inches above my head before I get into the bars. So you don't have to be doing any docking unless you're 6'6". But it's also low enough that it's cutting the sun proper.
Exactly.
So that's really nice.
Covers the whole cockpit area.
Yeah, it does. It actually comes a little bit past the cockpit. So it's not stopping just at the steering wheel or the helm. You can see the steering wheel's there. And you go up, and the Bimini actually comes over a bit. Just about the right size width. Jake, I'd like to thank you for taking me the tour of the Four Winns H180. It's a pretty boat.
Hey, thank you very much for coming in. I just wanted to mention that if you're not on the website and you're watching the videos on YouTube, be sure to check out the website, which is www.theboatwarehouse.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and we will have video playlists, more to come as well.
Right on.
Shoot some other Four Winns models, Blastron as well.